Good evening, all. Welcome to another edition of Big Game Players with myself, Super, my co-hosts, Banjo and Dr. Roo.
Good evening, everyone.
How
are you all doing?
Guys, good.
How we doing, gents?
Yeah,
very well.
Good. No
Good,
complaints.
thanks.
How are you now?
Yeah, good. I'm in sunny Mallorca currently, practicing a bit of tennis.
Wow.
So all good. Different
How's
sport.
all that going? How's it going?
Good distraction from the football.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's been all right. Just practicing some backhand today.
How many double faults?
All the
Forest over there.
all the things I'm learning that I won't use, but still learning them.
You in double figures for double faults yet?
No. We haven't done the serving yet. That's to come in the coming days. So we'll see what happens there. Right, guys. Premier League football.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
The man's loving it this week.
Whoa!
It's been better. It's been better. Look, let's go straight in. Game of the weekend at the Bridge, Chelsea v Liverpool. I was there actually before heading to Mallorca. Give us a spin, Dr. Roo.
I was going to say, I think it'd be better coming from you first Super, because obviously you was there. Generally, we see a game differently when we're there first time watching it live.
I think a lot of work to be done there. I did say in the summer, actually, in one of our previous episodes, although we spent money this summer, I wasn't 100% loving the balance of how the squad ended up. If you recall that, Banjo, I did mention that in a...
I do, but I also recall something else you said.
What was that,
21 incoming.
21 incoming,
The league's done. 5 points clear. It's all over. It's all done.
That confidence has wavered by a few percent.
It's the Premier League, Mario. It's a Premier League, Super. You've got to understand. It's not as simple as that. It's not as simple as that, especially we were in September. It doesn't work that way.
I think Slot's got some issues there that he needs to address. I don't think he knows his best team. I don't think he trusts certain players. Looking at the weekend, I mean, look, we've ended the game at the Bridge with arguably two of our best midfielders this season playing in the defence. If that ain't a problem, I don't know what is. Szoboszlai and Gravenberch.
What's the issues?
Well, the issues is he's got Kanate there. I think was there an injury, Dr. Roo? Is that what's come out since?
I heard that's what he said in the post match.
Even if there wasn't, he was stinking. I mean, he played at one stage a 4-yard square pass to Van Dijk, went straight off the pitch. Even Van Dijk was looking at him thinking, what's that? So Gravenberch did go, well, we were chasing the game, so Gravenberch went to the back for the second half. A lot more composed, certainly on the ball, bringing it out, passing it, making it looking... I mean, you're a professional footballer. Surely you can play some football. I know you're a centre-back, but surely you can play some football. Once upon a time, someone scouted you. Someone once upon a time scouted you as a footballer. And I know these days, and Banjo, you can elaborate after from your experience with grassroots football and, what you're doing there. But I know they look at size sometimes, they look at speed, but surely they do look at some football ability. And I just don't get it. Teams are just happy to let Kanate have the ball. Another big issue, we keep getting done by one ball over the top. Every team just plays one ball, pass the midfield, and they're in.
Which is surprising because you've got a bit of pace out the back there, haven't you?
It's just non-stop. I mean, and Salah doesn't track back. We know that. No. So now Bradley, he's getting booked every game, but he's getting outnumbered there. He's got a lot of problems there. But players haven't. We paid 125 million pounds on a striker, and he's had no pre-season. He's had no games. He's still trying to get up to speed. There's a lot of fun.
Should he be bedded in then? Because Ekitike was doing quite well. Did they throw him in a bit too early for starting place? Isaac?
Yeah. I've got it's a massive head scratcher at the moment. The game finished. I got a Liverpool group. They were all going off on all sorts of tangents, and I've got empathy with all of them. I'm not disrespecting anyone's views, but the problem is there's so many views, and that's the dilemma we've got. You could sit here and dwell on, is the Jota thing affecting us more than we think? I mean, I was listening to Maresca in his press conference talking about how he had a similar experience 20 years prior, and he goes, he couldn't function. Kept going into the dressing room, looking at kind of spaces where Jota would have, God rest his soul, but his colleague would have been, etc. That might be one. Secondly, maybe we underestimated the fact that on deadline day, not getting Gahey was probably a bigger priority potentially than Isak. But we're quite blasé. We were champions. Getting Isak, I mean, what a coup that is. But looking at it now, that missing out on Gahey probably may come back to haunt us. The actual players, the personnel, Super, I kind of disagree to a point because we're talking about form over talent. You can't sit there and tell me you haven't seen Konate do things so much better in every facet of defending. There is something going on there. It could be the back line. It could be the stability. It could be the shape. I'm looking at players who are way off. McAllister, for example. I've been told he's carrying an injury for about 3 or 4 months.
Don't play.
Again, losing Trent could be bigger than we thought. Lucho up front, again, flippantly, we were all gutted to see him goal. But my God, he brings a certain...
Yeah, but he was showing preference to his Dutch buddy.
I think Lucho was going. I mean, it's not like we've kicked someone out the door, a Super. I just think it's so many question marks to sum up. I'm not going to sit here and go on it too long.
Dr. Rue, if they really wanted Diaz, why didn't they offer him better terms sooner? Diaz has left Liverpool Football Club on 55k a week. That was his final salary at the club. With bonuses, a bit more.
He wanted to go, Super. He wanted to go.
I know, but how long was he with us?
3.5 years, I think.
3.5 years. Yeah. I've seen. You go, Man U. You have two good matches. Forget 2 good months, and you get improved terms. He's had 3.5 years of success. He's got nothing.
No, look, I don't know about the salaries. I'm not, I look at them sometimes, those sheets that get, thrown around, and I think, wow, when you look at, Harvey Elliott, for example, being on more money than Diaz, or I can't remember who it was a player who was getting more money.
They were all on more money than him.
Yeah. But the more fundamentals now is you can look at it in so many different ways. I get always told I'm Mr. Positive, and I think to myself, actually, we're probably fortunate we're 1 point behind. Simply because every single game we played, maybe bar the Burnley game, we could have lost them. Burnley was the only one that it was either a draw or a win. All the other games had the jeopardy of losing, and it goes all the way back, because I know you threw something out in the summer which, I laughed at, and I still don't believe is the case when you said, we're on the beach, we're in Ibiza, we're in Dubai, we should be professional. The only reason I laugh it off, Super, is I laugh it off because we can go all the way back to January, right? And during that period, we have had one convincing game of football, and that was the Spurs day we won the title. All the others have been 1-0, 2-1s, tight affairs. We haven't blitzed the team in ages.
You can't win the league that early like we did last season and get the players in party mode, and they switched off through.
Yeah, maybe
they switched off. They didn't
That's not the reason for this season. It's not a reason for this season.
Yeah, but it's not a switch. You can't just switch it on. It's not a button. You switch on and off.
These are professional footballers. It's not me and Brian who are playing on a Sunday league.
Exactly. So get them to act professional till the season ends.
They had this thing, whether you agree with it or not. Then they went off and did what they did in the summer. They came back pre-season, absolutely fine. That's not an excuse. What I'm getting at is systems-wise and results, we can go way back. The reason we won the league last season, honestly, when you look at it, is because the others weren't good enough. The problem we have this season is, without a doubt, Arsenal, for example, are, we can argue, 30% better. And even if they were 10% better, it would be a problem. To be that strong, and I know it's a boring phrase, but the biggest concern for me is both teams can play. Like going forwards, there's threat everywhere. It's defence. We've let in 9 goals, could have let in 19. And the old saying of, goals win kind of...
How many have we let in, sorry?
We've let in 9 goals in the league, and it could easily be, I counted chances the other day, about 20 goals.
Yeah, 9 goals in, 7 league games?
That's ridiculous. I think that the stat I saw the other day, we'd let in 3 in 10 last season or something. It was like...
But
it's
But with all the talent on the pitch, we've got enough talent on there to be scoring 2 goals a game.
Yeah, but you've got to be tighter than that.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but scoring goals, I think we're the same as Arsenal. They might have one more than us. But defences win titles.
Is losing late goals a concern?
I think Mario mentioned it last week. It's the DNA thing. Ideally for me, especially at Palace, I've mentioned it last week, shut up shop, get a point, leave.
Yeah.
It was a bit different because we scored early and they were depleted. How on earth we can't... I mean, the ball is like a hot potato at the moment. Bouncing around, like, play simple 5-yard passes, keep the ball. You're professional footballers. That's the bit that grates me. You look at Arsenal, and again, I'm using them because they're top of the league and they're the barometer at the moment. They keep the ball. They keep it. They penetrate at the right time. We're all over the shop. We counter-attack like the Red Arrows. We look like a bunch of clowns.
What do you think of Jamie Carragher's comments? I mean, he made comments after the first game of the season.
I agree.
What did he say?
Well, it's a basketball game. So, and he said you can't win leagues like that.
Liverpool, I think Liverpool need that frantic game.
Well, but it's not frantic. It's different. Klopp's was the frantic game. It was very different. My point is this. You were talking about Diaz. You were talking about Núñez up front and players who have gone. Jota as well, God rest his soul. But is it more to do with Slot trying to impose his way of playing as opposed to the players who have moved on?
It's interesting
this is
to say
my
that.
Point.
So Banjo at the game the other day, a guy who's who helped us with the tickets. He's a home and away fan, goes everywhere, knows apparently knows a couple of people. He a local Scouse guy, and he said that Slot has been adamant this season he wants to do things his way.
Yeah, of course.
And maybe he's torn it up a little bit too soon because he is trying to really, really do it his own way. I'm not sure about his comments last week. Speaking of pre-game, Dr. Root, when he's coming out pre-game and highlighting the fact that second part of last season we hardly scored any goals from open play. Why would your own manager do that about his own team? Why would he bring that? Why would he bring that to the attention of others?
Yeah, I didn't hear that comment, Mary. I'll have to double check that.
What I will say, he did last season was very, very smart. Like you say, he's tearing it up a little bit more this season, but he didn't change too much last season because it was working under Klopp, and he was really, really smart, and he ended up winning the league by that. But eventually, a manager's going to want his way of playing.
Man, do you know what it is?
And that's what he's trying to do now.
Football is fine lines at its ultimate. And
especially at the elite level.
As much as I've said, I feel fortunate looking at it now in the cold light of day that we're 1 point off Arsenal. We could easily have won all 7.
Yeah, of course.
If we had won all 7, the narrative would be completely different.
But you know how football works as well.
Exactly. I'm not saying that's how I want to watch football. I want control.
But the thing I will say is the performances have not been easy on the eye. That's one thing I will say. So eventually, it goes either way. When you're picking up results by not playing particularly well, it clicks and then it's all magic and it looks brilliant, or it goes the other way. And if there are any issues, they manifest themselves, and then these performances can turn into negative results.
My main worry at the moment, Ben, is body language. I'm looking at some of them, and I see a little bit of doubt there, even from the leader himself in Verge. There's just a little bit of uncertainty, and we all know how that manifests into concern all of a sudden. When you're going out there and things aren't clicking the way you want them to, it doesn't matter at any level of football you play at. When there's a doubt, things creep in that, unfortunately, a lot of the time end up in bad results and so on. So
they had no centre backs, and we hardly put them under pressure.
This is what I mean. It's that game was like
they had no centre back. They ended up with Reece James, and I don't even know the last one that came on that ended the game.
It was Hato, the one that Arsenal were trying to get in the summer.
Right, so he's the one. He's the one that came on right at the end, is he?
Yeah, he was. Okay. Listen, there's no condoning it. There's no.
I don't think there's any reason to panic either.
No,
it's
not a panic. It's not a panic, but it's a concern.
It's a concern, and if there was ever a good time to have an international break, it's now. If you remember the first time we were going into one off the back of beating Arsenal, and in terms of didn't do any wrong. But this is what I'm saying about narratives. Is like you talked about performances, Ban. We beat Arsenal almost at their own game that day. It was like a chess match, and we managed to get over it. You know, Burnley was trying to unlock a door that was so closed. It's just we haven't been brilliant on the eye under Slot ever.
But what it is, over the last 4 or 5 years, or maybe a bit longer than that, people have been watching Liverpool under Klopp, and people have been excited and enjoying the brand of football they've been playing, edge of your seat stuff. And granted, you did beat Arsenal, and that's a great result, but albeit a great goal from a free kick. So, and I think people kind of like they got used to watching a certain way Liverpool were playing. Of course, it's not going to be exactly the same, but this is very different from what people have been used to over the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, you mentioned something, I think in the last one I did, or maybe the initial one, where you said football's changed.
It has changed. It has.
When you're watching, like, I know it's topic of conversation at the moment, but when you're watching the whole, it's so rigid, the dynamic now of set pieces, long throws, long balls, you mentioned.
Massive in football now. Massive. It's always been big, but it's never been more important,
The landscape of football's changed. So, yes, you can see the point. But the other thing I don't want to do, and I mentioned it last week, is I don't want to compare. Like all I can compare is Slot last year to this year. I don't want to go back to the Saturday.
No, it's not so much comparison, but it's what people are used to. That's what I'm saying. And maybe this is why I know. Like I'm saying, there's no reason to panic, but and you've noted. Well, you've said a few games where you've managed to win games where you're quite happy with, like the Arsenal game, the Burnley game where it was all tight, but it's not what people are used to.
Not at all, mate. And I think out of all these, the one we didn't mention, and we're talking about Premier League here, the biggest concern was the Galatasaray game, because I spoke to my cousin yesterday and he said to me, the only thing I didn't agree on your podcast when I watched it was your prediction on the Chelsea game. I would have went draw, because of the way we're playing. I said to him, but do you remember I said to you, I want to, if ideally I had the foresight to see the Galatasaray game, I would then predict more confidently. Mate, if you had asked me post the Galatasaray game what's going to happen at the Bridge, I would have said to you, I'd take a draw all day long. Yeah. We were shocking against, I don't want to be rude to any Galatasaray people that are watching this, but like they would be championship side. They would be, they're not elite.
Speaking of, look,
we didn't even open the ball once.
There is one decision that I really, really want to know, like, what was really different. So Galatasaray's penalty last week.
Yeah.
And Isak's got around Reece James. I don't know if he pulled him back or not. It didn't look like a foul. Isak's got around Reece James at the weekend and exactly the same. What was different between those two?
There's nothing different. The answer to your question is European referee to Premier League referee. It's just how they see it. I mean, that I think he's French, isn't he? The one that did the Galatasaray game. One of the worst officials in Europe. And I don't like the guy. He's so trigger happy. Like, just strolls around thinking he's a modern day version of Kalina, but nowhere near him. And I'm thinking, like, we knew straight away there's no grey area. It's going to give it. So just the way different countries ref, which is silly, really, because there should be one rule book across across all levels of football, but unfortunately it isn't.
Well, good news, Roo. We've got this international break.
Yeah.
And then we come after the international break.
United, isn't it?
Straight into a nice, easy game against United.
Well, I'll tell you something. Easy game, you'll say, but Amarin had never lost 3 on the trot.
No.
But you don't know that stat.
Yeah, it's not an easy game.
He's also never won 3 on the trot.
Yeah, that's true. Never won 2.
Right, is that I can't talk about Liverpool. Is that into United?
Well, let's go on to United. 2-0 win. Banjo, what was that game about?
Well,
comfortable?
Yeah, it was comfortable. It was a routine win. How much do we read into it? Sunderland have been quite impressive starting this season, and as we know, every Premier League is a tough game. But it looked like, listen, nothing to get carried away about. The new goalkeeper came in, Lamens, and he had a solid start. Again, I don't think he was tested too much. So people who actually I've seen on social media,
you'll see him. You'll see him be tested in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, exactly. That's when give him 2 or 3 games and then put him in the cauldron at Anfield. Then you really see what he's about. But I've seen people on social media saying, "At last, we've got a goalkeeper." I'm not getting carried away like that. But it was a solid start. His defence didn't give him anything to worry about, and it looked like we were playing good attacking football, if I'm honest with you. But again, you know, it was a good performance, but second half not as good. But then having said that, the real test will be at Liverpool to see where we are.
And not just that, Pan. I mean, I'm an outsider looking in, but a bit like I said about looking at my players with a little bit of doubt. Your guys are void of confidence. You know,
it's very fragile.
Any result gets, you know, you've got to start slowly getting up that ladder. Clean sheet, 2-0.
And that's what we need. And this is what I was banging on about. Or, you know, building blocks, foundations. Just doesn't have to be pretty at the moment. It's just get a few wins under the belt, just for confidence. And but it's not easy. We've just won a game. Now we're going to go and play Liverpool away. Liverpool.
But in many ways, it's a free hit.
It is. It's a free hit because no one.
At this moment in time,
do you know what it is, though, Roo? It's a free hit, but another defeat. You know how it works with us at the moment because we've had so many.
But what if you win?
If we win, it's fantastic. If we win, it'd be.
What?
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. Super, please. Like, I know you sit there and the sarcasm and you think
don't start that because
why they not beat us at Anfield?
United can come. That United team, as it is, can come to Anfield and take 3 points.
They're better than last year. Last year they got a bloody draw.
Liverpool would have to have like an international misery week. 8 players injured.
Listen, you've lost 3 games on the trot.
Yeah. Listen, I'm Mr. Positive and confident, but don't tell me they can't come to Anfield and get a result.
Anything could happen.
United can come to Anfield and win. This United team come. I'd like to see the bookies' odds on this one, and I'll tell you what, they won't be particularly short.
I don't know, man.
Listen, you're out of form as well. You have to remember that. Peter, you know, I'm not saying we're going to win that. I'm not saying that.
Imagine the pressure of the fans, man. Yeah, Liverpool, right?
Yeah, it's negative at the moment. Both, you know,
go one down, or you know, half time is 0-0.
He's talking like you're on the crest of a wave.
Super, you're a season ticket holder, man. You know how.
I'm not.
You're walking into that ground. Everyone's going to be negative because over the last 3 games, what you have to understand as well, which United are experiencing as well, because we're not in Europe and we've got knocked out in the Carabao Cup very early. When you lose, it's a long week until you play the next game, and the narrative stays the same. So for now, your next game, Super, is in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah,
2 weeks' time. So the feeling of defeat is lasting 2 weeks. I know because I've seen it this season with United.
We're moving on from this nonsense. Come on, next.
No.
Let's move on. Come on, let's get real here. We're in the real world here.
I'm not saying United's going to win, but you can't dismiss it like that. But anyway, like United, everything's fragile at the moment. Good performance, good win, good goals, and let's see for the next game.
I want to speak about speaking of fans. Every now and again, I'm still hearing grumbles about Thomas Frank.
Yeah, that's nonsense.
And he's gone on another win.
Who's grumbling about Thomas Frank?
No, they are serious, Roo. Me and Banjo are on a group, and at least one, if not 2 out of the 3 Spurs fans on that group of about 15, 16 guys. And mate, one's actually really annoyed about him being on. Actually, he was a guest on the show. He was a guest on the show.
Pete,
he's not having him.
Not having him at all. Calling him Thomas Wank Engine.
I don't get that.
What's he calling him?
I speak to
Thomas Wank Engine.
Thomas Wank Engine.
Yeah.
Right. So, and another solid win the other day.
Yeah. Job done. There was a lot of job done games this weekend. Like yesterday, everyone was sitting there watching I know you're going to talk about it, but like the Man City game, job done. Arsenal, job done.
Which, funny enough, wasn't the case last week, was it?
No. Loads of teams just did the job. Like you don't need to be flamboyant. You know,
Newcastle beat Forest.
Yeah. Say again.
Newcastle beating Forest.
Just job done. There was nothing.
And I noticed another goal for. I didn't see the goal, but
another
goal for Waltemada.
One of the best penalties I've ever seen.
Oh, was it a penalty?
I never saw it.
Have you seen it, Ben?
No, I never saw it.
Oh, what's the pen? I mean, you can't go any more top corner with a swagger. He just stepped up, bang.
Is he slowly becoming a cult hero there?
He will.
You know what? And
he's got the look, hasn't he? He's got the look to become that.
I remember,
and they love their number 9s or centre forwards.
Yeah, Super said that he'd watched a little bit of him in the summer. I hadn't. When they brought him on that day, I even had to check who he was. I forgot about the kid. Then I remembered, put 2 and 2 together. But he's got a real He knows his stuff. He plays good football, and he believes that he's the best player on the pitch, and he's doing brilliant. I mean, I think there's 4 goals now, so credit to him.
And listen, I'm no fan of Newcastle. Got no love for them at all. But the fans kind of like deserve that after. There is that issue, isn't it? Really.
So they're putting their wins together, moving up the table.
I think it's concertina now. I mean, if you're a neutral watching it from another country and sitting there saying about the Prem, it's a great place to be. I think mid-table to top is like 6-point gap.
It's so competitive. It's so competitive. I mean, and you can't. Anything can happen any weekend. Anything can. Anyone can beat anyone. And this again going back to the point where Super says United can't beat Liverpool at home away. Listen, yeah, but you say that, but the Prem,
they won't.
Yeah, right.
Don't listen to him, man. Listen.
I'm just saying anything can happen, and we've all seen it.
They can't.
Listen, I said about narrative at one point. There are so many different conversations to be had. Arsenal being where they are, people are saying this and that. You look at their fixtures, you can argue that, like you can argue in one hand, they've gone away to United, Newcastle and Liverpool.
They played City as well,
You can flip it and say, actually, they probably played 3 of the weakest teams.
Do you know what?
Everyone has Rue, Liverpool.
Yeah, but I'm going back saying,
Liverpool,
Mary,
we've been away to Palace, we've been away to Chelsea, we've been away to Newcastle.
It's how you spin it.
We've played Arsenal.
But United's played Arsenal and City as well, and Chelsea.
Yeah.
So,
Did you lose them?
No, we beat Chelsea. We've been getting bloody mullered. So, in the press. But what I will say, Super, is this. I've been saying all season, actually, I think Arsenal's got the best balanced squad. And also, I really do believe that. And also, Super, you said, what about the first 11? Their first 11 is bloody good. It is good. And it stays good, whoever comes out.
One minute. I wasn't here on this. You was questioning the first 11.
I was saying it's not elite.
What do you mean by elite? Define.
Elite.
Say again?
Elite.
Yeah, but explain. What's elite?
What do you think elite is?
You tell me. I would have.
Well, tell me. All right, so let's work from the right.
Saka. I'm saying 11.
One minute.
Is Liverpool's that much better than Arsenal?
Guys, you're asking me a question. Let me ask you. Saka, Perez, and who do you want to play on the left? I'll let you pick. Trossard's been playing there, but go and pick someone.
Stick Eze there.
Eze's playing in the hole, isn't he, at the moment?
Well, Odegaard,
All right, put Martinelli on there if you want.
I'll put Martinelli. So, Saka, Gyökeres, Martinelli. That will probably be the worst front 3 to have won the league.
No.
In 20 years.
Why?
Easily.
Why do you look at it like that?
Because it is.
Do you know what? Football's not as logical as you see.
Who wins games of football, Super? Individuals or a team?
Exactly. I'm just saying, look at the front.
No, but you're talking out your backside, aren't you? You're out in Spain, you've had too much sangria. Don't talk bad ladders.
You've been drinking today, by the
right back. Mate, they've got the best right back, arguably maybe the best left.
That combination there as well.
What's he talking about?
I don't know, but this is what I'm saying.
Solid defence.
Solid holding midfielder. Great player in Declan Rice.
Yeah.
Odegaard on his day. He's been a bit...
On his day? When was his bloody last day?
Come on, man. He's been injured. But look, you can't. You're just being controversial.
Yeah.
And then as Ban said, take all the 11 out and put another 11 in, and they're equally as good.
They've got exactly that, and that wins you titles. I'm not saying they will win the league. I'm not saying they're better than Liverpool. But
you spend for 11 windows. I hope you have got a good squad.
Listen,
if I spend for 11 windows, I think I'd have a good squad.
I thought you was going to go down the road with elite of saying how many world class, and this is the debate where it's an opinion.
When I'm saying the front 3, when I'm saying the front 3,
but you know what?
That, right?
But you're saying the front 3 and whatever. But you pick a team, and you pick the first 11, and you're sticking people like Odegaard in there. That's leaving players like Eze out. Yeah. That's how you got to see it as well.
I think
you could have him playing off the left.
I think arguably the big game changer there for them is Eze. I don't think I was worried about.
No, I think he's not. I think we're all dismissing Zubimendi. The biggest player
as well.
This summer was Zubimendi.
Yeah,
brilliant. As much as what do you call him? Partey was decent. Zubimendi has just cleaned it all out, allowed Rice to have a little bit of freedom, allowed Odegaard or Eze to play their game. I think the only question mark is still up front. Whether this guy is going to get him enough goals, and then the backup strikers
Do you know what it is, Rue? I think he'll get goals against the lesser teams.
He hasn't so far, though, Ben.
Yeah, no, but I
think against Leeds,
against Leeds.
Forest, I think he scored 2 against Leeds.
I think in the
hasn't he got another one as well? He got 2 against Leeds, and I think he got another one, didn't he?
He's got 3 goals this season.
He's had 3 in the Prem, yeah.
So who was the other one? It must have been. Did they play Forest?
Yeah, I can't remember, but he's got 3. He's got 3.
But I think when they play, especially in the Champions League, when the games are tight and you're playing high level, I don't think he's got the quality to make.
We'll see.
He'll make for an interesting season. What I was going to say, Man City doing the job as well yesterday, so they're floating about, right?
And you've got to remember, right, we sat there and, again, it's easy. The heart rules ahead a lot of the time. This is Pep Guardiola we're talking about. We sat here flippantly dismissing him after 2 games because he'd lost to Brighton and he'd lost to Spurs. It's like, I remember me and Ban saying, maybe he's been found out. Maybe
he's just gone and got 6 points just like that. No sweat.
You and Ban said, why me?
And you, my friend, let me pull you up on something, Mr. Super. Don't take the piss out of Oscar Bob again, yeah? Don't call him 2 Bob ever again. The guy was flowing around like a layman's version of Lamina yesterday, flicking around, turning around, flipping. Quality player, yeah? And credit to Pep Guardiola for putting Oscar Bob in, not 2 Bob.
2 Bob.
Yeah? I've got no like of Man City, but you have to applaud him, man. Who's the other geezer at left back? Who's the other geezer at left back he puts? Another strange name player.
Who did he play there?
Who?
Is it O'Reilly?
O'Reilly's made the English squad.
Yeah, whatever.
O'Reilly's actually a tidy little player there.
The only problem they got is Rodri. Rodri came off injured again yesterday, and that's
more to the point. What power, strength from Haaland, right, to get the goal?
Oh, man, I think it was summed up a few times over the summer. You can argue them that there are better centre forwards in the world. You can argue that there's better world class centre forwards, but there's no better striker in the world. He is the best striker on the planet. Like filthy when it comes to in front of the goal.
He's unplayable sometimes. Well, this season
he made Van der fucking Berg yesterday look like plasticine.
He bullied him.
He threw him up, threw him away.
The way he just moved him out ways like he's a ragdoll.
You know what it's like? Did you ever play? I remember there was a version of FIFA where you could build your own character, and I used to make him the tallest I could make him, the widest, and they'd come on the pitch looking like giant haystacks. He blows them off the bloody park. When he's on it, he's on it. He's just not a team player. He ain't got the link up, but you're that good.
But once you get that ball in behind and he's coming onto it, there's only one winner. And
here's what I'm saying. So I'm just going to mention Liverpool. When are we going to get the ball behind? We don't get the ball behind.
Well, you have to understand that's what teams are.
You got Isaac now.Use him.
Yeah, but we counter-attack.
Come in. Get him in. Put him in.
Can we stop talking about Liverpool? Can we move on?
I don't want to put him in.
My watch is saying I'm going to have a heart attack. So can we just move on, please? Can't do it anymore.
Everton coming from 1 down against Palace.
Great result. Apparently, the game. Apparently, it wasn't deserved though. Apparently, Palace
first half.
Yeah, I didn't watch it, but
Palace should have been 3 up at the break. They didn't take their chances, proven how deadly the Premier League is. And by the way, I love fans' banter. When they went 1 up, we're going to win the league. We're going to win the league. Go on, the Palace.
Oh, got to make the most of it while you're flying high.
Yeah, whatever Moyes did, whatever bloody trays of sandwiches he threw in there, I don't know what was going on. They came out a different team.
He's a solid manager, isn't he?
And you know what? I tell you what it was actually. It was one fundamental. I don't know the guy's name. I think his name's Barry, the centre forward they played.
Yeah,
they got this tall black player up front, and he was.
They got him from Villarreal. Yeah,
he was awful. And as bad as Beto is, he actually put himself about a bit more than that Barry kid. But it was the little magicians, that and Dye. Good little player.
He's a good player. What a sign!
Yeah, Grealish woke up. They didn't have Dewsbury Hall because he was suspended, and that made a difference.
That's nonsense, though, isn't it? He received a yellow card which they rescinded or admitted was a mistake. And he had to still miss the game. That doesn't make sense, does it? Two yellow cards.
He had 5. How's that work? He had 5 yellow cards already, or something?
Yeah, but 2 of them have, in retrospect, were said to have been mistakes. And I think PGML apologised, and he still ended up missing a game.
You can't wipe them off.
I can feel it. Super's going to come from the FIFA.
Why can't you wipe them off if they're wrong?
You're going to wipe them off after the game.
They were wrong, though.
You're going to wipe it off after the game.
Yeah.
You
should be missing games.
No, that Man City goal shouldn't have stood. All right, we're going to change the result.
No, but that's different.
We'll change it. It was last week.
No, come on.
If he ran FIFA, we'd be in trouble, man.
You guys on about, retrospective. Let's wipe them. Come on, guys. Let's get real here.
Oh, come on, man. Go and have a dip in the pool.
Right.
Brilliant. Look,
you're angry today.
Go and have a dip in the pool.
Yeah, he's angry today. All right, Liverpool lost. What? You might have hit the net a few times as well today.
He ain't won a game of tennis, mate. That's the problem.
Yeah, exactly what I was saying. Those volleys are hitting the net.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum are going to change a bloody rule book. Anyway, Ange Postecoglou. It goes on.
Your mate. Go on, tell us about your mate.
I've told you that for too long, how useless that guy is. He's useless.
I'll tell you one person that annoyed me.
He's no good.
I forget his first name, but you know the Newcastle journalist. All summer he was talking about Isaac. Is it Hope? His surname?
Oh, Oliver Holt.
Oliver Holt.
I can't remember his name. I don't want to throw names out there, but he put this piece up where it showed Postecoglou walking off on his own, and he was going, look, the players of the body language have already. Yeah. If you wind back 30 seconds,
he got hugged.
You can see he's acknowledging the players are all right with him. But that is journalism now.
That's dirty, isn't it? That's dirty. Well, but this is the media work. This is what
Craig Hope, I think his name is Craig Hope. Go and look at his tweet, idiots.
See that is just
it's not fair enough, Super. Just because you don't like the guy, it doesn't mean
don't work like that. That's wrong.
Him.
If you're going to report properly and report the truth. Don't make rubbish up. That's wrong. Even though
that's what he saw. That's what he saw. There's a picture. By your own admission, there's a picture there.
No, it's a frame. It's a still. It's like when we're doing VAR and they show it slow-mo on his foot. Let's see the whole thing. Let's watch it run at pace.
He was alone by that time.
You, my friend. You know what?
Ange Postecoglou. Yeah, another defeat.
Postecoglou.
Well,
his own fans are singing, isn't it? Saturday in the morning.
Yeah, again, Europe. When they lost against Midtjylland last week.
Who they got next? Their next Premier League game must be massive.
Don't know, bro. I'll have a good bet on them losing.
Let me have a look, man, because that's intriguing me now.
Are they? Is he going to last the 2 weeks? Because he said he's going to meet with the chairman.
Oh man, you can't get rid of him, old.
What are they going to do? Sit down and have a meze together, a couple of Uzos.
And their next game, boys, is home to Chelsea.
Yeah. So losing another game.
That's the first game we come back that midday slot on a Saturday.
He can't lose that, can he?
I think that's the first time I realised he couldn't manage against Chelsea.
But yeah.
Why?
Down to 9 men.
And
he's playing his team at the halfway line.
Yeah, that was awful.
Of 9 men.
But he won a trophy, Super. So
won a trophy, blimey. Okay, won a trophy. Right.
I think you need to get off his back, mate.
I think that might be it, guys. Any other talking points? Anything?
Well, I mentioned off air about.
We should talk about Bournemouth. And,
I was going to say, I mentioned off air to you, mate.
A couple of goals, a couple of really nice goals in that
Semenyo,
game, right?
What a player!
Semenyo,
what a player! And he's linked to Spurs. He's linked to Spurs, which means he's going to go Arsenal. We know how it works, right? He's going to be linked to.
Who would he? Who would he?
Perfect for us.
For Liverpool. Is that most as a most successor? Potentially.
No. I just like the fact that this kid, when he was at Bristol Rovers, the Bristol City or Rovers, I can't remember which one it was. I'd heard his name. I'd watched a little bit. It was all right. This kid has gone up and up and up to the point where I'm thinking he's a perfect replacement of Sadio Mane. He'll be the first guy that turns up and gives us the same sort of output as Sadio. On Mo's side, I don't know what's going to happen over there, but I'd love him. I just think he's got this feeling he's Arsenal bound. He's an Arsenal fan.
But how many can they have, Roo? They've already got...
They need a left side. We've talked about it.
But they got Martinelli out there. They got Trossard out there.
No, they're going to go. You have to...
Eze can play off there.
He's not going to play there. He's going to...
How many can they have off that left?
Listen, stop being...
I'm saying they've got Mad... And no doubt when Madueke's fit, he's probably going to go and play some stints over there.
Madueke will be the option for Saka. He'll be the option for Saka. They'll float about. They'll allow Saka the rest period in the zone. But yeah, going back to Semenyo, and I always forget his name. What's the manager called?
Iraola.
Unbelievable. Like him and Glasner, credit to both of them, mate.
Private also with a good goal on the night.
Yeah.
Very good goal.
I like watching Bournemouth as well. They play some good brand of football. It's good.
Yeah.
Any other?
It was a weekend of just simple results. Everyone, apart from us, did what they had to.
Well, the international breaks come out at the right time.
Yeah, well, you say for the right time.
I think for Liverpool, for clubs, for you two.
For my sanity.
For United.
For you two generally. You need a little break.
What about you, mate? That way you're off internationally now. Yeah, you've had a little break.
He's got sunstroke.
A couple of sangrias, as we said, a little bit of tennis, a little bit of beach.
Yeah.
When you back, sir?
Thursday.
Oh, here we go.
Thursday night. Back Thursday night. Just in time for the weekend. So and then we'll I think that's it for one night, guys.
Perfect. I'm just going to end and we'll say any comments, viewers, on our backgrounds.
Yeah.
Like the love of the players that mean a lot to us.
And here we go. I got Gerrard.
I think you put these 6 in any team on the planet and they are dominating forever. Obviously, you need a few defenders in there, but I mean,
it would help.
I'm smiling looking at them all.
Brilliant players, all of them. Fantastic. Super. Yeah.
Champ of the week.
Champ of the week. You know what? We mentioned him at the end. I thought about him the other day. I'm going to give it to Semenyo. I think his rise, his stock, the rise, the consistency, he deserves it, I think, this week.
I'm going to give it to Iraola. Yeah, he's just picking up results. Like we were talking earlier in the season, he lost 3 or 4 of his defenders, but he's just been fantastic. He's just carried on seamlessly and still picking up results and brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant.
For me, my champ of the week, I am going with, I think it was awesome again. I think he's a good Caicedo. Great goal. Yeah. He needs, if Liverpool needs something right now that would help, something like that would really help.
Listen, that appointment to the Zubimendi players now are very, very important to their side.
Yeah. And champ of the week?
I know who mine is.
I think you know who mine is too.
I've got to go with Ange. I'm sorry.
But, there you go.
You can't see past losing every game, he's said a couple of things.
I get.
That's the other thing. Sorry, Banjo. Just very quickly, a lot of people said he gets a bit cranky in these interviews as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did after the Newcastle game again, and I don't think that helps his cause personally.
I get told all the time that I'm blinkered and I'm too positive based on my team. And there's an argument for that. I know that a lot of the time I prefer to look at the half full than half empty. But this week, I'm going to go straight to the point and I'm going to flip a coin, but I'm going to give it to Konate. He has been so bad across 3 games that I can't think of another player who at that elite level, we said elite earlier, who has been so poor and has fallen off the ladder so much. So I was toying with Salah, but I'm going to give it to Konate.
Apparently he's renegotiating with Liverpool because I think Real Madrid have been watching these performances.
Is he in danger of losing his spot in the team?
Well, Joe Gomez has always stepped up. Yeah.
Anyway. It doesn't trust him, Roo.
Yeah. I miss Gomez.
By now, Joe Gomez, how has he not started at right back or centre back while we're having this run?
Yeah, I agree. Someone mentioned, as I said in the group earlier, I think it was our mutual friend Ross, who said he misses Matip, and I thought about it, and I thought in this slot team, he'd be very, very good. Ball carrier, great distributor. To have someone like Gravenberch in front of him, that'd be brilliant. But anyway, is what it is. Who's your chump?
Well, same as most weeks. Ange.
Yeah, until he wins the game, he's going to be your chump. Broken record.
Do you know what, Dr. Roo? Even if he wins 3 on the trot, 4 on the trot, 5 on the trot, he's still going to pick him as his.
You know what's going to happen? What's going to happen.
It won't happen because I'll tell you what. When he starts winning, I know who's going to start losing.
Banjo. Who's going to beat Liverpool? Forest, you watch.
Yeah.
No, anyway, let's not talk about it. Anyway, let's move on. I was going to go into like crazy.
Gents, have a great week.
You too.
Been good fun as always. And by the way, guys, please like, subscribe.
Yeah, I will do.
Appreciate the feedback that's been coming in as well about the show, and keep that feedback coming too. Very important.
And we're going to be around next week as well, right? We'll be
we'll be here next.
All right, guys. Take care. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, super. Make sure you keep that ball in the court.
I will do my best. Take care, guys.
Take care. Have a good one, boys.